You are officially live. Hello, hello. Welcome to Panama. Welcome to some mall in Panama. Hopping on here to answer your travel questions, to fantasize about buying an air fryer, but I'm not going to go in there because I don't want to talk to nobody, so it is what it is. Hello, y'all. Welcome. Welcome to Panama. Go ahead and drop any travel questions that you have. Go ahead and double tap that screen. Go ahead and, hey, Chris, go ahead and let me know where y'all are tuning in from and what time it is. It's 4:31 p.m. here in Panama. Let me know where y'all are at in the world. Rep your city, rep your state, rep your country if you want to. And yeah, let me know what time it is. How many time zones we got in the house. And per usual, double tap the screen and drop those travel questions. Thank y'all for the hearts. Heard of it? Heard of what? Um, Heard of what, Chris? I don't. I don't know what you are referring to. Look at that cute little balloon over there. They be having such cute little doggy stuff, and I be having to remind myself that Bianca, you are not in the United States with your little Romeo. You are across the country without a dog. Which, I mean, I feel like you can only be so happy without a dog. I would really like. They have this NFL store in here, and I'm a Chiefs fan. My husband is an Eagles fan, so sometimes I am tempted to buy like paraphernalia, and I'm like, no, Bianca. How do you? Whoop, hold on. Can y'all hear me? Okay. I don't normally have in my earpods, but I do have them in today, which I don't need to have them in, but I had them in before I started this live. In order for me to put them back in the case, I would have to dig through a bunch of shit in my bag. Okay, good. Let me know if y'all can't hear me. I was using this like microphone last night. I was live, and all of a sudden, everybody was like, "We can't hear you. Muted." And turns out the effing microphone kept cutting off, and I was like, "Not the way I thought I was about to do a little TikTok shop video." But no, I honestly think I just forgot to charge it. Thank y'all for confirming. Hey, Candace. How do you avoid letting stereotypes shape your view on other places? My view on other places. So, Chris, do you mean? Let me read that again. Um, do you mean the stereotypes in the countries? Like, do you mean like, for example, oh, if you go to Mexico, you're going to be killed by the cartel, but then still go to Mexico? Is that what you mean? What continent? I'm in Central America, which doesn't actually is not actually on a continent. It's in between North America and South America. Candace, we are window shopping, sis, because the way this walk back home is set up. Okay, we love a little animal print now. The way this walk back home, what store is this? This is cute. The way this walk back home is set up, we are not about to um be carrying a bunch of stuff. And I gotta go by the grocery store too. Say go back. I like the green luggage. What green luggage? I didn't even see it. I was too busy looking at the it's a cute baby. These clothes. Chris said yes, the country. So, um, that's a good question, to be honest with you. I honestly think that a lot of it is just because at this point, I feel like once you've traveled to, honestly, I would even say three countries. And when I say three countries, I mean three countries, not a resort, not a cruise, and one that is maybe like a bit not off the map, but like, I call them like the non-sexy travel destinations. Like whenever I was in Vietnam, people were constantly, and by the way, Vietnam, fun fact, is actually a popular travel destination, but not compared to somewhere like Jamaica, right? But I felt like once you've been to multiple places, you just learn. And I think the other thing, Chris, is you got to look at it from the perspective of the United States. Like, imagine how many people are afraid to come to the United States because they think they might get shot in a grocery store, right? But if you were to meet somebody, actually, I don't know what you would tell them, but if you were to meet somebody, you would probably tell them like, if you come to, like, the chances of that happening if you come to the U.S. is it's slim because it is. So I feel like it's the same thing. Like, you just have to know that, like, there is, I'm going to say rarely, right? There's rarely an entire country where there's nowhere safe to go. I think that, and this is why it's so important to travel because, and I do it sometimes too, y'all. You forget that a place is a country and not like a city because, or even like a state. Because I remember, I even had that. Okay, Chiefs. I remember I even caught myself because I was telling Mel, I was like, we were talking about like Panama and how like it hadn't really impressed us, and I was like, we need to shut up. We have literally been like, what is the word? Um, it's like we haven't been anywhere here to judge this country. Like, we've been like up the street and back here, and we're talking about, oh, Panama this and Panama that, and we have been here. Like, we need to shut up. So at the end, like, a country is huge. So to say that a country is dangerous or a country is boring or a country, to say that about an entire country, like I said, really try to imagine somebody saying it about the United States. Imagine somebody being like, the US is boring, or, oh, the US is so beautiful, or the US is so ugly. There's no beauty there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you heard somebody say that, you would be like, are you dumb? You probably wouldn't say that, but you might feel that way. But we have a tendency to do that. And I mean, I think that is the beauty of travel. And that's one thing that I will always be grateful to Remote Year for, because whenever I travel with Remote Year back in 2019, I spent 4 months in Latin America. We did Chile, Peru, Colombia, and Mexico. And that was the first time, other than Bulgaria, which I shouldn't say it doesn't count because it does, but like it just feels so long ago and it feels so random. I feel like it doesn't count. But like other than that, that was the first time. Like Chile, like I didn't know nobody who was going to Chile back then. I was still calling the shit Chile, like most people, like most Americans do. I had heard of Peru, but again, like I had not heard of anybody traveling to any of those countries other than Mexico. So again, I think part of it, and not even part of it, honestly, the big thing is just going. I mean, and of course, you can do things like research and see about other people's experiences, and I do that too. We thought that he was going to do Morocco, and then I started hearing about like women being followed, and I was like, But then I also started hearing about people saying how like they were in Morocco for a month and they could have stayed longer, and how they felt safe. And so now Morocco is no longer on my complete like hell no list like it was before. So even though I have heard those things about that country, me and my husband are still. I should probably go this way because I'm gonna get lost. Me and my husband are still considering going there. Hmm. Yeah, things like the example you use, like this country is racist. Yeah, Chris. I mean, let me know if what I said makes sense. There are countries I have crossed off based off of what I heard. I mean, but the other thing is, to be honest with you, somebody, I don't remember if this was a lie, but it probably was. Oh, that's a cute bag. Oh, don't go in there. Nope. Because I can justify a bag in a minute. Anyway, um, I was talking to somebody and they were saying that it was Mexico and there was one other country that they said they were afraid to go to. And I was like, you shouldn't go then. Not, no, I'm not going to say you shouldn't go. I would not recommend going to a country that you feel scared of being in unless you know that if unless it's just a kind of fear where it's like, okay, like me in Morocco, for example, right? Like, I don't think that if I go to Morocco, like, I'm gonna have a stalker, in the next in 24 hours. But, based on what I've heard, I do know that it's not gonna be a place where I'm likely to be like walking around a lot by myself. I know that I'm going to be really mindful about how I dressed. Like when I was in Egypt, even though it didn't matter what the fuck I wore in Egypt, people still stared at me. But so I feel like it's a similar thing. I think that if you're going to go somewhere and you know you're not even going to be able to enjoy it because of the fear, in my opinion, don't go. Because like travel, I mean, first of all, is shit, it costs money. Like don't pay to fly somewhere if you're not going to enjoy it. Now, on the other hand, if you know that you're more so like maybe you have the type of personality where it's like you feel the fear, but you'll go there and then after like a couple of days you'll be like, you know what, I'm good. Then I would say go. Looks like a mall here in SoCal. Yeah, I mean, this is a nice mall. If y'all have been on my lives with me, especially like in Thailand, thank y'all for the hearts. If y'all have been on my lives, then y'all know that I talked about how it's very hard to say that a mall is cool after being in Thailand because the malls there are like 6 floors and just yeah. So like I feel like if I had came here before I went to Asia, I would have been so impressed with this mall. But it's just kind of mid to me. But it's fine. It's not a bad mall. Okay, Chris. Do you think safety is more important of a feeling over just straight charts and graphs? I'm not the one to ask because I don't look at charts and graphs. I never look at them. But again, I would say think about the United States, right? Like imagine if you and I don't know, maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but I mean, go look up stats from the US. But it all comes down to using your best judgment. And what's nice about social media is like somebody has been to these places. Like when we were thinking about doing Albania this month, I was like, I ain't never heard nobody talk about no fucking Albania. Now, funny, whenever I mentioned it to my European friends, they were like, "Oh, Albania is beautiful," but they in Europe, right? So they obviously these are cute. Um, but then I went on TikTok and I looked up things to do in Albania, and look, hella fucking videos came up. So I would say that helps as well. The floors are so shiny. It helps to have a partner with you all the time. Yeah, listen. I will not deny that. I actually, which fun fact, me and Mel are not together right now. I am out here by myself. Y'all better stop. These boots are only $16. Bianca, you not even wearing these shoes. You need to just turn your ass right around. Cause you know what? I will wear some earrings. I got some earrings like this from Shein and never worn. I'm not really a hoop person. I don't really like wearing. I like more like geometric things, but um, I should get a ring. Yeah, I left my engagement ring. My finger is naked. Like I left it because Mel did not want me to bring it because the countries that we are or we're planning to go to this year. It's a little bit. Speaking of safety, Chris, I don't have my ring and I hate it. I feel naked. And my sister was just here in Panama. And I'm actually kind of pissed off because we were planning on going all these places in Africa. And we're like, now we're really just planning on South Africa and then maybe like Zambia. So we're probably only going to be in Africa for like 5, 6 weeks. And now I'm like pissed the fuck off because I'm like, motherfucker, I could have brought my ring. Anyway, for a half second, I thought about getting it shipped. And I was like, that's stupid, Bianca. Because that is not something that you want to risk losing. Like no, when you said it helps to have a partner with you all the time, I do agree. And I literally just told him yesterday that I need to start doing. I need to stop doing. Not I'm dizzy. I need to start doing stuff without him again because I don't remember where the hell I was wanting to go. But my point is, me and my husband are both very independent. Like we've always been very transparent about how both of us really value like our alone time, and we're just not a couple that like has to do every single thing together. But that's how we were in the U.S. But since we left the U.S., it's been very different because we are literally always together. And I was gonna go somewhere. And I remember having this thought, like, I don't know, like Mel, like he didn't want to go. And I remember having this thought of like, well, should I still go? And I had to pause and be like, Bianca, what the fuck? You ain't never letting no man, including your motherfucking husband. Keep in mind, I've been to 28 countries and out of 28, probably more than half of those, I was not with my husband. But I told him, I said, I got to get used to going out without you again because I've literally gotten so used to him being around all the time. And I mean, I feel safe in the area that we are at in Panama, but like, there's another side. The side that's way more fun, in my opinion. I would not be walking around with my phone out like this. Like, I would not do it. And I especially would not do it if Mel was not with me. And he's just way more observant than I am, anyways, to be honest. So it does help to have a partner. I will not lie. But at the same time, that should never stop anybody from traveling because, well, I'm really walking fast, Candace. Damn. I didn't even know. My bad. Um, it does help, but that shouldn't stop you from. Sorry, I'm left in a text message. That shouldn't stop you from going because people solo travel all the time. I mean, y'all, I am so impressed with some travel creators that I follow who talk about how they have been to 40, 50, hell, 10, 20 countries solo. Like, I mean, obviously travel is like cool regardless. But whenever I hear that they went that many places by themselves, I be like, damn. I I am a full supporter of solo travel. I have not traveled by myself to a country in a long time. I've never traveled by myself to a country in terms of like I went there and I was by myself the entire time. Like I've traveled to a country by myself multiple times where I was gonna meet somebody there, but I've never traveled where like I was completely solo the whole trip. And that's why I don't really talk about solo travel that much because I'm like honestly, who am I? I want my man, right? But people do it, and I'm honestly so impressed. There's a girl who I follow, and she solo travels, and we're talking about going live together because I would love to do a live and just, you know, let y'all be able to ask her questions and talk to her about her experiences, etc. Because, like I said, I just think it's dope as hell. Because I mean, think about the kind of comp who you follow. Her name is Claudia. What the fuck is her username? Oh my god! And I know it too. It literally, I just looked her up. Views from Claudia is her name. And there's another girl. Her name is her username is roaming with Raven, and she also does solo travel. And I'm also talking with her about doing a live as well because I know that a lot of people will ask me about it. And I mean, I can give tips, but I mean, it's not going to be, in my opinion, it's not as impactful as somebody who is actually living it, right? I actually made a video. I haven't posted it yet. It's sitting in my drafts, but I'm going to post it within the next couple of weeks. I made, yes, views. No, wait, there's a views from Claudia. Candace, I think it might be views from Claudia. The other girl is roaming with Raven, and it's Rayven. But I recorded a video earlier, and the video is travel essentials whenever you're flying with kids. Y'all ain't got no kids. Like, I can tell you that if I had kids, that these are things that I would pack, and that's what I did in that video, but I don't have kids, right? Obviously, if you were hearing that from somebody, excuse me, if you were hearing that from somebody who, I'm turning around because I don't think nothing down there, from a mom who has traveled with kids, it makes a big difference. You're welcome, Candace. So thank y'all for the hearts. Um, yeah, I'm gonna try to do more collaborative lives. I feel like when it comes to TikTok live, I know I do not scratch the surface, y'all. I know there's like so much that I'm missing out on because I be joining other people's lives and I be just seeing so much stuff like on the screen and I be like, what is that? How do you even get that up there? So I know that look at that bag. Oh my god. Oh, I will say, oh my god, that's so cute. I will say the travel has definitely helped me in terms of buying a bunch of shit because when you were living out of a suitcase, your desire, like, it becomes a lot easier to appreciate something from afar and move the fuck on versus that attitude of, this is so cute. I need to have it in my house. Now, like, most of the time, I'm like, oh my God, this is so cute. I'm gonna stare at it for a second. Okay, bye. What part of Thailand are you in? Larry, I am in a part of Thailand that is called a whole different country on the other side of the world. I'm in Panama. I'm not in Thailand. Oh, yet. But, oh, I don't know if y'all saw my living abroad update video yesterday, but we going back to Thailand, y'all. Please don't judge me. Just please don't judge me. I cannot tell you the amount of times me and my husband have talked about how much we miss Thailand since we left back in June when we were in the US and here in Panama. And then we literally just got to a point where we were like, we obviously want to be in Thailand. So why the fuck are we why are we denying ourselves? Actually, it was I don't know why are we acting like we're not allowed to be in Thailand or something. We are judging you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um, and I mean, I'll be honest with y'all, like it really was not an easy decision. I think part of it is because I can have a very type A personality. Let me just start there. And on top of that, there is a lot of Capricorn in my chart. Guatemala is the only place that beats what? Guatemala. That's interesting. Now, I do hear people go there and love it, but how can we even compare Guatemala to Thailand? Please share more details. By the way, where are you, Maestro? Because I feel like, weren't you in like the Philippines, but then you were going somewhere else? I'm ready to go to Thailand. I think I told you that. I didn't even know you left. Girl, what you waiting on? Girl, I'm gonna be back like I never left. Believe that. But yeah, it really wasn't an easy decision because, like I said, type and personality, Capricorn, meaning like Earth sign. My moon, Capricorn is my moon sign and my rising sign. So there's a lot of Capricorn home in Oakland. Period. Um, so it smells good over here. Oh, that's Victoria's Secret. So like I've always been like a planner, and I've never really been like a go with the flow person, and that has been one of the biggest things for me living abroad is like the way my lifestyle is now, I literally have no fucking choice but to go with the flow. So I would say I'm like 60% better, but at the same time, I still have a hard time breaking away from a plan. And so and I was telling my husband, I was like, for the record, we both of us agreed to stay flexible. We're like, listen, we're gonna move how we want to move. We're gonna go where we want to go, and that's what we did, right? Like we got to Thailand, y'all. We had 5 days booked in Bangkok. 5 days, y'all. Ended up doing like 6 fucking weeks in Bangkok because we loved it so much. Originally, we were gonna spend all of May in Japan, and then we were like, no, we did 10 days. So, like, we have been flexible and we are always going to, stay flexible. But at the same time, in my brain, I had to get over this whole thing of, oh my God, but we were supposed to be going to a new country every month. And y'all, let me tell you the irony. This is straight up self sabotage. The irony is, I have spent so much time complaining about how I'm tired of moving around and how I want to be somewhere longer. But then in the next breath, I'm like, oh my God, well, we're supposed to go to all these countries. So I think it was kind of hard for me to decide to go back to Thailand when, I was thinking about all these there's an Apple store in here. They call it a Mac store. That's interesting. So do y'all like only have Mac? No, I see watches and phones. Why do they call it a Mac store? I should see how much an iPhone is here. Let me shut up. I know it's the exact same as it is in the United States. But yeah, so my brain was like, oh my God, but we were supposed to go to Tanzania and Madagascar and Seychelles and, all these places. And, I have to remind myself that, Bianca, there is no rush. Y'all are 31 years old. You have your entire life to travel. These countries are not going anywhere. And that helped, kind of talking to myself like that. But the other thing, and y'all gonna think I'm joking when I say this, but I'm being so serious. The other thing is, I told him, I said, Mel, imagine this. We already have been to Thailand. and then we went back to the States. Now we're on the other side of the world in Panama. I'm like, I'm like, we already did this once. If we're already here and we want to go back to Thailand, I'm like, how do you think we're gonna want to fucking leave again? So keep in mind, y'all, next year the plan is to stay in Latin America the entire year. Now, I mean, we'll take a trip, right? Like we are planning to do West Africa, but that's like a trip and come back home, like not like living like we're doing now. And y'all thought they were real. I thought those mannequins were real. I was about to be like, who the fuck are all those well dressed black men chilling up there? I gotta chill. That's why I can't yell by myself. Now I'm just playing. Anyway, um, but yeah, I told him, I was like, so what's to say we're not gonna do the same shit? We're gonna come back from Thailand because we're definitely going South Africa in December. I'm like, we're gonna come back from Africa and then come back to this side. What's to say we're not gonna do the same shit? We're gonna come back from Thailand because we're definitely going South Africa in December. I'm like, we're gonna come back from Africa and then come back to this side of the world and then be in the same boat of I want to go back to Thailand. I'm like, I am afraid of becoming addicted to Thailand. And it's really challenging, y'all, because to be honest with you, I know that I feel like deep down, both of us know that we could stay in Thailand like long term. And when I say when I say long term, I mean like I'm not trying to be dramatic and say forever, but I also low key mean forever. But our parents are older, and we don't want to be that far away from them. And so it's just my mom because my dad passed a couple years ago, but he still has both of his parents. And, like they're like, everyone's like relatively healthy. Like no one is like sick or anything, but it's just very different whenever you're in Asia. Like when you're in Asia, coming to the United States is a whole fucking event. You got to plan that shit in advance. It's definitely going to cost you, way more than if you are, in Panama. And then you gotta stay in the States for weeks. Like you can't ain't nobody gotta be going back and forth to Asia for no, few days. Like here in Panama, y'all, I could literally go home if I wanted to. I could take a trip home tomorrow, visit for 3 days and come back. You can't do that shit in Asia. So we feel very torn because it's like we love Asia. We even talk about how much we miss Vietnam. Like we love Asia, but it just feels like it just kind of sucks because it feels like we have to decide between being where we really, really want to be and being close to our family and friends. So that was a very, very long winded answer to, I don't even know if it was a question. I think I was just talking at this point. Antigua, Guatemala, historic, beautiful feelings do experience lake at, I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Um, I know, Candace, it's hard out here. These are good problems to have, I realize. Like, oh, when you don't know which country you're going to move to. It's a good problem to have. We say that all the time. Like, um, yeah, I do know some people who have been to Guatemala, and like I said, they loved it. And Guatemala is for sure on my list. There are not many places in Latin America that are, I think Paraguay is probably the only place that I can think of on my list of places in Latin America that, like, I don't really care to go to. Well, what's that other one? It starts with a starts with a G, Gua, Gu something. I can't pronounce it right now, but yeah, most countries in Latin America I would love to visit at some point. So yeah, hello summer. Summer is heading out, Kate. You got a that's a cute little store in there. Kate's baby having some cute stuff. These little bags are so cute, but I really just want to acknowledge that these things are not functional. Probably ain't even got no pocket on the back. How you go hold it? Like, I mean, holding a bag on your wrist is cute for all of 5 minutes before you're like, kill me, take it off. I don't want it. Kill me is dramatic, but oh, that's cute too. They better stop with these bags before I really go home with one. Hello, sweetheart. My husband let me sneaking into these lives. Oh, thank you for the heart, sweetheart. You're so sweet. I'll be home soon. Oh, there go an escalator. Let me go on because I don't think I went to the third floor. I'm gonna do the third floor, and then I'm gonna probably trek it back down, and um, head back because I haven't been up working since like shit, probably since before 7 a.m. Like I spent so much time creating content today, and which is fine. I mean, I enjoy creating content, but shit, I almost was like, I ain't going live, and I was like, I'm gonna go live. I said, you know what, I might not go live for long, but I'm gonna go live. I really am trying to stay committed because TikTok, of course, right? Because that's how all these social media platforms are. They want you to stay on the platform. So if you are live, they want. That's why, like um, I'm using air quotes when I say reward you. They reward you for being live for at least 90 minutes, and that's why, like, whenever you go live every day for a certain amount of days, like they really like push your live videos out more. Whenever I first started going live in Vietnam, like I noticed after the first like 2 weeks, um, but child going live every day, sometimes that shit is just it's a lot. Like, and I really enjoy being live. It just depends on the day. I am very extroverted, but I'm like an introverted extrovert, so like I get overstimulated very easily, and when I'm like really really social for a long time, like I need like a break. And it's funny because I am married to an um, extroverted introvert who is definitely an introvert, but he is like very like social, and like sometimes he has a longer social battery than I do. So do you suggest going live every day? Um, what is the minimum amount of time? Angie, like, what are you trying to do with live? Like, what would be your goal for going live? I think that would kind of be like the main question is, what are you trying to accomplish? It's kind of like the people on this platform who say that if you want to grow on TikTok, you got to post at least 3 times a day. I know that we have all heard this. And then you have the people who are straight up like, you absolutely don't have to post 3 times a day, blah, blah, blah. Push my TikTok page and build my community on here. Um, I would say, well, do you go live now, Angie? I don't post every day. I will say, like, posting, I would say you need to post every day. Like, if I'm being like, I'm not even going to flex. Like, 3 times a day, three. Um, don't worry about your views. Just keep posting. Views are a vanity metric. Like, I've made money off of a video with like 150 views, child. Like, do not get caught up in that. Um, I lost my train of thought. Damn, I want a massage, but I'm gonna wait till I get my ass to Thailand. 'Cause I ain't paying for it here, okay? But yeah, I would say that go live. I do. I go live like twice a month. Okay. Um, this is what I would recommend. I would say do a live challenge. Like, I would challenge yourself to go live every day for 30 days, even if it is 15 minutes, because that's literally what I did back in March. Like, some of my lives were like 2 hours, and some of my lives were like 15 minutes because I was like, this is all I have to give today. So I would say challenge yourself to go live for at least 30 days because number one, you're going to learn a lot. You're going to get a lot of, you're going to get, first of all, you're going to get better at it, whatever that even means. You're going to get better at it, but also you're going to learn a lot. And like, even if it, and I don't know how many people come into your lives and those numbers fluctuate. I mean, I've had 500 people in a live and right now I'm live and there's 9 people like that. This is what I'm learning. I should say this is what I'm coming to terms with social media. Social media back in the day was like everything was about getting followers because once you got followers, then those people are going to engage with your content. It doesn't matter. Like I was at 9,000 followers less than a month ago. I'm now at 14,000. I grew 5,000 followers, and I still have videos that get in the 200s because like followers just don't really matter like they used to. But like I said, I would say challenge yourself to post 30 days in a row just to get into the habit of it and to learn and to see like the type of people that you are attracting and to understand like what your audience wants. Because you'll start to, I mean, girl, I could literally easily spit out the main travel questions that I get on here because like people ask the same questions. Because I mean, they don't know or care that somebody asked me that question yesterday, but people ask like 80% of the questions I get, I've heard them before. So that really doesn't matter. That's so weird. And then post daily. Yeah, I would say post at least once a day. I don't know if y'all know this, but you can schedule TikTok videos and you can schedule them on TikTok. I'm not talking about a third party platform because arguably you can schedule TikTok on other platforms, but you can actually schedule on TikTok on the desktop. This guy told me that and I didn't really listen to him. And then I did it and I was like, oh, the game is changed, baby. The game is changed. So when you go to TikTok.com, there's going to be a button that says upload. Now, the only thing that's annoying is that, well, two things that are annoying. You cannot add audio from the desktop that I've seen. And you can add a cover, but it's not like the covers here on TikTok. Now, I'll tell you what I do. I don't know if you're already repurposing content, Angie, but if you're not, you 100% should be. So what I do is I schedule repurposed content. So videos that I've already posted before, I schedule those on TikTok, like on the desktop, because those already have an audio. Like whenever I download them, they already have. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, girl, I was the same way. um, they already actually I scheduled the one that went out the video I posted this morning about the multiple streams of income. That's an old video. And actually, what? I don't even. Yeah. Yesterday, a lot of people were asking me about digital marketing, and I did make some digital marketing videos. Y'all, listen, get them while you can because I cannot explain to you why, but TikTok does not like it when I talk about making money on my page. I don't know if it's because they're like used to me talking about travel and they feel like they don't go together, but I like most of the time when I make content that is about marketing or making money online, I cannot explain it to you, but I swear, like, TikTok conspires against me. But anyways, see, I feel like people never mention this stuff. Girl, yeah, the desktop thing is phenomenal. Like I said, post your older videos because you already have the audio, you already have the caption. The only thing that I do, and I don't even have to do this, but I do it because I like all of my videos to have like a label. Like I like people to know what that video is about. You don't have to do that, but I do because when people visit my profile, I want them to like at a glance be able to know if they want to watch a certain video or whatever. So, the only thing is I'll like edit my cover later. And girl, it's so nice. And to be honest with you, I have had issues in the past where I get obsessive might be a stretch, but I'm gonna just use it to be dramatic where I get like obsessive over like my TikTok and the views and scheduling helps so much, Angie, because girl, I don't even be remember when I have shit scheduled. Like when I was in the US, y'all, if you go look back in the videos in July, there might be 10 videos for the entire month of July that were brand new content. Most of what I posted in July were older videos because I was in the US, I was staying with friends. Like I was not even gonna put the pressure on myself to try to be like creating a whole bunch of content at somebody else's house. And like I just was not gonna do it. I don't like recording in front of people. I'll do it. Like I record you like y'all, mind you, whenever we were in North Carolina, my husband, Mel was out of the house from like 7 a.m. to like 7 p.m. I'm not exaggerating. So I was always in the house by myself. And so it was so easy for me to make content like in my office, in my kitchen, whatever. Now, that's not the case. We are together all the time. So it took me some time to get comfortable like recording with him around. And like he doesn't care. Like he doesn't say anything. He doesn't like it's nothing to him. It's just me. But my point is all the videos I posted in July, girl, repurposed. And when I tell you, it was so much easier for me to take a step back from social media and still be active because content was going easier for me to take a step back from social media and still be active because content was going out. And then whenever I would go on TikTok, it would literally be so funny because I would be like, where the fuck are all these notifications coming from? And I'd be like, oh yeah, because like when it's scheduled, you just don't even have to think about it. So yes, my advice would be to, I'm gonna go to the grocery store, and this is actually the top floor, and I've never, wait, is this the top floor? Because this looks like, this has to be the top floor. Can I go in this way? No, this is crazy. I didn't even know I could go in this way. When I didn't even know I could go in this way, y'all. This is crazy. Um, I need a shopping cart. I think they're downstairs. Wait, this could not be right. Is this, y'all, hold on. I think I'm crazy. Do they have a whole other, wait, no, this is definitely the same floor. Never mind. Just kidding. Just kidding, y'all. I don't know why I thought. Never mind. It doesn't matter. Anyways, let me get a cart and show y'all the grocery store in Panama for a little bit, and then I'm gonna jump off. Go live every day for 30 days. Post at least once a day. Show y'all the grocery store in Panama for a little bit, and then I'm gonna jump off. Go live every day for 30 days. Post at least once a day. I normally go to the grocery store. Y'all, they open at 7. And my black ass be here at 7 in the morning because this is how much I hate crowds. Y'all see how my attitude already changes? 98 cents. Oh, I thought it was for a whole pack. I was like, damn, that's cheap. I'm about to show you how expensive. 98 cents. Oh, I thought it was for a whole pack. I was like, damn, that's cheap. I'm about to show you how expensive American products are in Panama because y'all about to be like, what the fuck? But anyway, yeah, I would say post once a day. Expensive American products are in Panama because y'all about to be like, what the fuck? But anyway, yeah, I would say post once a day. Okay, is this better? Can y'all see or no? Well, maybe I won't be showing y'all the grocery store because it looks like my service ain't go. My service is not going to allow it. Let me know if this is better or worse. Can I go back out this way? Ah, okay. I can't go out that way. Oh, here it is. She said it's better. It's not as glitchy. Okay. Yeah, well, I'm gonna be able to show you the grocery store then because it looks like I lose bars in there. But I'm back out in the mall. I'm gonna finish this, then I'm gonna go. But I said this like 3 different times. Live every day, post once a day before you go live, and I think it's really gonna make a big difference because it made a really big difference for me. I grew so much from I grew. Find me a little wall. Here we go. I grew so much from going live, and excuse me, it's not even just about growth. Like you just meet so many like cool people, like so many dope ass people. Like I've met so many cool people from going live, y'all. Like you literally just meet these strangers from all over the world who are just cool as hell. And yeah, like I feel like it's a lot easier to find your people because TikTok is pushing live. Because if you look at it from their perspective, let me turn off my watch. If you look at it from their perspective, they want people to stay on the app. And so if somebody is watching the live, they're more likely to stay on the app. So they're always going to prioritize pushing out people's live videos. And, I mean, I can't speak for everybody, and maybe this isn't the case for everybody, but I feel like for a lot of people, when you're live, it's truly you, right? Like it's hard to be inauthentic when you're live. Wait, no, it's hard to not be inauthentic when you're live because it's live. Like what you better do, put on a show. I mean, you could, arguably, but if you're doing like I do and you're just talking like and so that's how you're really attracting your people because when you're live, the people who want to be in your lives are the people who like you, and those are the people who are, they're also going to follow you, they're going to engage with your content, they're going to share and all of that. So that is what I would recommend. Hello, husband. I feel like Mel, now I feel like you just checking up on me. I don't even feel like you coming here to support me. I feel like you coming here to be like, is she on her way home? And he ain't even gonna comment back because that's him. Remember I told you he was an introvert. He ain't gonna comment back. He ain't gonna say shit. I dare you. I dare you to drop a comment in here, Melvin. Not be calling him out. He ain't gonna do it. He's not. I promise you. But anyway, um, I hope that was helpful. And I will be back on y'all per the usual. Y'all know I be on here. I'm actually I'm actually setting a goal to go live every day for the. I'm actually doing a challenge right now, Angie. Today's day two. Today's day two out of Thursday. I'm already delusional. Today is day two out of 30. I'm glad it was helpful. And I'm trying to get my lives back up the way that they used to be. It was so much easier in Vietnam because it wasn't as hot and I could like walk outside. Like you could walk and walk and walk in Vietnam and back freezing. What? Let me just stay still. It was just so much easier in Vietnam than it's been in some of these other countries. But at the end of the day, like I can go live at home. Like I can sit at my desk and go live like I've been doing. And when I say my desk, I mean the dining room table. But anyway, all right, y'all, that's it. I'm gonna hop off. I'm hot as hell now. So you already know what I'm about to pull out. I'm about to pull out Old Faithful. I'm about to pull out my friend that's been riding with me. And yeah, that's it. I'll holler at y'all later. Thank y'all again for joining. Keep the travel questions coming and all of that. And I'll catch y'all next time.